Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we are just, we're taken aback by something that is something like a soap opera. I feel that emotion. An incredibly talented South African opera singer, Brittany Smith, is here and has graced stages all over the world with her powerful and captivating voice, and we are thrilled to have her here to share her journey. Earlier, she did an impromptu song that was something that could have charted immediately when you heard it. I thought...
Came from a Disney film.
I searched my streaming platform immediately. I'm like, where's the song? That's how good this individual is. Passion for music. I can tell you there are so many tips, so many things that we can learn from her story, and I think Graham and I can agree in the future, international reality TV show vibes, right?
Yeah, full-on dominance of a global stage. That's all I'm saying. So, no, when preserving voices like we have, okay, we thought we'd have to bring in the best in the business. So just talk us through how you've maintained this. No, can I just say something off the bat here? You're the most unassuming, chilled-out superstar in the world. You are so unbelievably talented, and you just kind of just drift and do your thing, and you're just so you, which I love. So thank you for representing that.
Thanks.
Opera is not the obvious first choice for most artists, I would imagine. It's an arduous, difficult, very nuanced space. What drew you into this space? Do you just like a challenge?
Yes, I think it was just the fact that, when I first watched Carmen back in 2011, which was my very first opera that I went to go and see. And
actually live?
Yeah, live. And Cape Town Opera had that on stage at the time with Violina Angelov as the Carmen. Fantastic singer. And person, and I was amazed that how do these people sound like this, but they're so far away from me. I was sitting in the Artscape Opera House and XYZ. I was in the Z row in front of the sound box, and it felt as if Violina was sitting right next to me singing. And I kept asking people, she's like, where are the mics? Like, what is this? Like, where
is the speaker right?
Exactly. Yeah. Where's the speaker? Because that was also the second question. And my choir mistress who took us, a group of us girls, a bunch of us choir girls, said there are no mics. This is it. The orchestra is not mic. This is live. Live theater. And that is what fascinated me, the fact that someone had so much power in a voice. And I mean, Violina is, if you look at her, you would never say that she's got this massive mezzo-soprano voice that just does this.
It's like she opens another dimension.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And for me, that has never heard something like that before. Sitting there, I'm just like, I want to do that. Can I do that? Let's try, And that is how everything started for me.
I love that. And it's worth noting, like, these moments matter for performers. You don't know when you're on a stage when that moment for you is going to have that impact on someone else. I love that.
Exactly.
But there's got to be a way to connect with everybody at the same time, because opera can be quite polarizing for some people. Where it's like, oh, they do that little thing that Pavarotti used to do, and then it's over. But there's something about how you. It's interesting because you have to belt but be vulnerable at the same time. How is that for you, navigating that process?
That was a challenge. I mean, I was joking with one of the directors that I worked under, Stephen Stead, who just recently did The Sound of Music with me. And I said to him, it's amazing how much we have to bear of ourselves to an audience that does not know us at all. Because every single thing that I've done in my career up to now, every single role, there's a little element of my life in each character.
Yes.
I'm just like, why is that? And then it's like, oh, it's so that you can make the character more relatable to people.
It's the human condition.
And yes, exactly. And what I love about opera in South Africa and with Magdalene Minnaar, our artistic director at Cape Town Opera, what she does is it's English, Afrikaans, and isiXhosa surtitles. So if you are lost in the opera and you can't make head or tail, you just glance up and you're like, oh, that's what they're saying. Okay, I can continue watching.
I can feel it now, yeah.
Exactly, and we expose so much youth. We do a lot of school outreach and stuff, and it's really fantastic. It's a fantastic way to bring the younger generation into opera. And I mean, we're seeing more and more that people, younger people, mid-30s, early 30s are coming to watch a classical piece of music and thoroughly enjoy it.
Imagine if you did some big international reality show, how many more young South Africans would come.
Listen, I was actually saying to one of my friends yesterday in our staff kitchen, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nora Smith on TikTok.
Yes.
Today my husband woke up and he wanted... I'm literally going to do a TikTok where I'm going to go, today I woke up and started to decide my and decided to start my opera career from scratch, here's what I did. I took 6 years of study at UCT and I put it in a bowl along with some coffee and lots of wine. And you know, I'm going to do something like that.
Please.
Because I was just like, people don't, you know, think of us as human beings. They think of us as machines.
Completely.
And I mean, we are like, you know, going at it the whole time. But I mean, we are still human beings and we still are relatable. I mean, you can walk up to me after a show and be like, how did you do that? And I'll be like, look, I'm tired, but here's my number, or here's my Instagram. We can chat about it.
I'll do it for you at a price, man. I love that. But no, but it begs the question, how do you keep the machine going then? Because your voice must get put through in one performance what, at all due respect, most artists go through in a month.
Yeah. So
how do you maintain the...
So and a UCT student that is part of this production that I'm doing now, Lucia Di Lammermoor, with the impeccable Angelo Gabato and impeccable Kamal Khan, for our 25-year anniversary at CTO, I said to him, he asked me, he's like, the conductor, Kamal Khan, he's like, you're singing out quite a lot. And I'm like, I have to, Professor, because once I get to stage and piano and I know there are lights and then they're going to be like, no, do this again, we want to try it in a different light.
Yeah.
I won't be tired, you know. I can sort of take a step back and sing under in an octave or something.
When it's a choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is how I keep my instrument fit. I keep singing. Even if I don't sing, I warm up so that I don't speak on a cold engine, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
And that basically, lots of rest. If I don't feel like doing anything, I don't do anything. Because I mean,
listen
it's
to your body. Yeah,
a physically
for
demanding sport. Opera is a sport. We are athletes. We are
Sure.
literally athletes. There was a study done that compared an opera singer's heart rate after a performance to that of an athlete that just ran a 100-meter sprint. It was exactly the
Same
same
thing.
So, yeah. You know?
And you transfer all of that into the people listening to you as well.
Exactly.
There's a vacuum there. So it's the same as us. She just keeps her voice idling all day.
Yeah.
She just keeps it idling.
Well, this
Literally.
is exactly why I listen to Linkin Park on the way into work. I'm just like,
and sing along.
that's what I do. I have to, because you're right, you cannot talk on a cold engine, otherwise you sound,
Exactly.
you cannot, so I get it. But you are incredible. We cannot wait to actually hear you perform. And I think there's so many young, aspiring opera singers that are looking at your story and also wish that they can take their career and put it into a bowl with all the training that they got. You know, that sort of thing would be
And
wonderful.
let it
years.
rest for
Yes.
6 years.
That's right. So could you do me a favor? And I want to do something over here in
Yes.
Feel Good Breakfast Show. We want a meal of a performance. Can we go and send you off so you can do this? I love Nora Smith. That's so good. Okay, this is fantastic. So there's a performance coming away shortly. Remember, taking care of your voice. As you heard, it's essential. Whether you're an opera singer, someone who loves to sing, somebody who works in a Feel Good Breakfast Show at very early hours in the morning, MEDI KEEL can assist you and get your throat in tip-top shape.
And we have relied on it a lot because we talk incessantly.
Of
and now
course.
you stand the chance, of course, of winning. Maybe we should have started with this. 4,000 Rand in cash, courtesy of MEDI KEEL A. And all you got to do get there is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us this. When you have a sore throat, what MEDI KEEL A is your go-to flavor? There are a couple to choose from. Make sure your answer is good. Don't forget to use that qualifying hashtag Adcock OTC Winter. Okay, you desperately need to put that in, otherwise we won't qualify you for the competition, and it closes Monday the 3rd of June. But you can find the T's and C's on expressoshow.com.